more competition with more commercial aspects, whether it's ABC, NBC, or the cable networks, or Hulu, or HBO, who can actually venture into other, more authentic spaces?
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially public television, from during the 90s, when I think all of these commercial cable companies came out and it really expanded, they really felt the competition and saw their numbers, I think, get a little smaller. And PBS is this home for all these things: art, nature, science, history, and these cable companies were able to kind of separate and specialize in each of these, genres. But I will say that even with all the cable companies that are out there, none of them do the same type of quality work that PBS does. PBS really strives very hard to really keep that objectivity and balance and an in-depth, journalistic approach to all of their programming. And when they're working with independents, they also keep this in mind. And I wanted to add too that even now with all of the competition, PBS still has a bigger audience than many of the commercial cable channels like HBO, Bravo, TLC. One of the other big differences maybe between public television and the commercial side is the marketing and promotion budget. And I think maybe that's where PBS needs more help.
I think there's a place for PBS that will always be there. I think it's such a great place to go to find, I'm going to use the word, quality programming. For me, in my just the recent experience, the networks in cable, more so than the major five or whatever, are taking more risks.
We're always looking for programming that takes creative risk, and it could be, in many, different shapes and forms. We never shy away from anything that is maybe, taking a different path. And if anything, we welcome it because it's a new and fresh way to look at something or tell a story. The only thing I'll say is, if you decide to go the experimental route, just be a little careful not to make it too experimental. Because, in the end, even PBS does look at numbers now. And we're definitely not as number driven as the commercial side, but they are looking at what people are watching and trying to stay relevant.